Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, we do this every single week. We cover each behemoth for the Dauntless Trials. This we've got Rezakiri. We're actually going to go over the modifiers real quickly. I don't know why I never have that up straight away. But yeah, we have Rezakiri. We have obviously Last Stand, only one revive as normal. Radiant Smolocks, they're the little Garys on the floor. You want to try and deal with them so they don't actually take away the damage output you're doing with the Striker build I'm going to give you. They're actually a pain. And then obviously the Flaming Tail, Behemoth Tail attacks do bonus fire damage and cause Slayers to be set on fire. I haven't been set on fire. I don't know if that's bugged, but honestly, the modifiers is not the problem this week. The problem is just the health bar. Like the health bar of Rezakiri and Shroud, I'm pretty sure they're tied. But because Shroud is more easier and you can actually boop Shroud, it's a lot easier to fight. Rezakiri is just a pain in general. The build I've got you here, please understand when I give you this build. There's no Predator in here. I'm trying to give you a build which gives you a sub 3. I got a 2 minute 45 on like my 5th or 6th run. I forgot which one. It is a pain. For people who are new to trials, it is a pain. I remember Rezakiri was last rotation was my first time fighting him. And it takes a while to adjust, especially to his large health bar. He's not just a normal Rezakiri. He's a pain. Like an absolute pain. Like I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it. This is probably one of, like, I hate this trial. I won't be running a lot this week for speed runs. I'm probably going to put this out and then I'm probably going to leave it. I might do a couple of sword runs, but yeah, forget that. I hate Rezakiri trials. But with that being said as well, if you are pushing for your like top 5 Dauntless title and your top 100 spot for solo, definitely grind out this week because there's a lot of people who won't be pushing this week. I'm going to quickly show you my reasoning behind this. Everyone in Dauntless community knows Rezakiri is a pain and they don't really push that much, like a lot of people who normally push, myself included. Heltrix is a beast, obviously. He went for a hammer time just to prove, like, you know, he the beast, man. He the goat, you know. But if you go right down the bottom here, 100th right now, even though it's first day, the bottom is 256, and that's pretty damn high for a first day. Like, it's pretty damn high. Look, and as you can see, there's a mixture of strikers, chain blades, hammers, repeaters. I've seen a pike. Pike probably won't be on the board this week, but mostly CBs, hammers, and strikers, and a couple of repeaters here and there. Oh, and swords as well. So there's quite a lot of mixture. People are just trying to like have fun with it this week. So definitely push the boards. Your top 100. I think my prediction this week for solo times will probably be top 100, maybe like sub 2, like just sub 2, like 2 minute. Maybe that even might be a bit ambitious, you know. Maybe even 2:15. Honestly, like from 3 minutes all the way down to 2 minutes, bro. That is 75 spots. So maybe I'll say 2 minute would be a good estimation. I'm not going to tell you my thoughts on the group wars this week because this isn't what this video is about. But yeah, I thought I'd put that in there just to explain that this is a really good week for you guys to push boards. Anyway, here's the build. Like I already said, there's no Predator in this build. I tried to give you a build which is versatile, and if you do get hit, you've got a stacked ton of damage. But bearing in mind, Rezakiri is very RNG based. He does a lot of moves which can't be controlled. Like, you genuinely can't control this guy. Like, if there is a way to control Rezakiri, please someone just tell me in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure you can't. You might be able to control 1 or 2 moves, but his whole fight is RNG based. My run could have gone anywhere between 2 minute 15 all the way to like 4 minutes. I capitalized on certain areas and then I didn't certain areas. But anyway, the build is obviously Frax strikers. You can definitely go with the Rifty ones if you wish, but the perk economy's not as good, obviously, because this is prismatic slot. So just go with Frax because the build suits it better, and you got a choice of more slots, more cells. Sorry, just bond it to Rifties. You don't want to bond it to Shroud because we're not going to go half health for a sub 3. Psychonic Strike Plate, obviously, Titan's Crash, and then so what I went with was Catalyst plus 3 here and Sharpened. I'm going to get to the Sharpened in a second. That can be tweaked and that can be changed. Helion Head with Zerka plus 3. Shroud Chest with Overpower. Nasha with Overpower again. You can change that to Torg if you want and put Rage Hunter in. No difference. Charog with Discipline. And then Pangar with Catalyst. In regards to Lantern, honestly, the only 2 viable this week, in my opinion, is Pangar, because the the Garys, they need to be dealt with because you might clap them by mistake and that will ruin your run. Or maybe even that could be the difference between you getting a sub 3 and not getting a sub 3. Or Drask. Drask can snipe them, and Drask is general good for tap ability and giving you high stagger damage numbers. But in my opinion, more consistent damage from Pangar and giving you that stamina boost on tap is a lot more viable this week, in my opinion. I went with Blitz, Frenzy, and Assault. Obviously, Blitz and Frenzy, I ain't got to say anything about that, but the Assault tonic can be changed if you really wish. If you are good at fighting Rezakiri, just put a power pylon down, the red one. I haven't got any left because I was doing a lot of solos last week. But yeah, use a power pylon if you want and try your luck with that and put it down when you get the stagger or the break part, regardless. But be more consistent. Use Blitz, Frenzy, and Assault. Maybe when you get used to the fight, use the pylon. Change to this build. There's a couple. Sorry, this is a quite long build intro, but you can change the sharpen to a number of things. I think you can change it for a berserker, but there's no real need because you're not running predator. And at that point, if you're gonna get one, you're gonna get one hit if you use berserker +6, but you can if you want to use it. Cunning's a good option. You can get more crits, but once again, you're leaving your hands in the gods of RNG. But you can definitely run that as well instead of sharpened. Another one you can run is +3 predator is not a bad option either if you can keep your predator as long as possible, and if you do lose it, hey, it's only +3. Wild Frenzy +3 to make it +6 is actually a really good option. You can definitely go for that as well. The reason why I went with sharpened as well, I'll explain that in a second, but another really good option, honestly, Knockout King. I never ever used Knockout King, but I tested it with 3 of my runs, and I got the stagger at the perfect time with Knockout King. The idea is to get the stagger in rage, so you get the overpower proc and the rage hunter proc. And for some reason, even though I've got the stagger tonic with catalyst +6, I always seem to be doing it too early. If I did like a really good start, or if you did this like really bad stuff, the stagger just would come a bit late. So Knockout King's kind of good, but it's a weird one. So my best bet, the one that I liked, was sharpened because this solidifies you getting the break part on the head. You can even possibly get 2 break parts if you have good focus. So that's what I recommend going for, but Wild Frenzy would be my second best bet to go for. That's the build. I'm going to leave it in the description below as always. I'm now going to put you through to the run. It's going to be a lot of me just trying to explain what to do, but like I said, this trial is not like it is skillful to like do, but at the same time, just don't get annoyed when you like die. Like, I'm from someone who gets really annoyed when they die, like in trials or get hit. Don't worry about it this week, man. Like, it's a pain. That being said, I'm going to quickly put you through to the run. Alright guys, as normal, as recently has always been happening, drop times, just jump in, pop before you go in though, obviously. There's a little bit of lag here, I apologise. This is just my GeForce playing up. I need to update my servers and just defrag my computer, so I apologise. And I hope the audio is a lot better this week, by the way. I definitely tried to sort it out. That's one of my main focuses. But anyway, into the run, we jump in straight away and we focus getting up our Tempest form. I actually missed the end of the combo, so I couldn't get another combo off, so I decided to go for the Gary. But yeah, I've activated Tempest form. He always backs up, like 9 times out of 10. Land a combo breaker. Ideally, the face is better, but honestly, you can't be picky with him. He will always slam down, anticipate it, kind of bait it, and then just roll into him, so you've got a bit of time. Land the collapse on the face when possible, but if you can't, honestly, just land the collapse. Like, you haven't got time to be fiddling about. You can surge in front of his face to get more stagger damage output, but honestly, don't worry too much about that. When you're in these little shards, honestly, re-up your mantras every single time you're in those shards. Perfect opportunity to do it, and it comes at the perfect time. I decided to use Diffractability on him this time. I saved it because he's about to go stagger very, very soon, and I wanted to get close to him and land another clap. I actually get hit here, and as you can see, the stagger marks are on his head now. He's ready to get staggered. The ideal situation is this right now. I actually get the stagger. There you go. I clap there on the front of the head, like a really nice clap. He's got the overpower state and the rage hunter. As you saw, I clapped there on the side because the Gary would have zapped my clap. Just try and make sure you're not clapping the Gary, even if the Pango doesn't kill it, because they will ruin your runs. And this is like the 5th time he's healed on me the last couple of runs. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if he's bugged, but he just keeps doing it to me, and that makes this fight really difficult for people who don't run trials, man. But as you can see, at 1 minute 30, I start reading up my pots. Got a clap ready. I wanted to start working damage on the claw, but I was like, you know what? I don't care. At this point, I'm just landing damage on him. He's half HP. I'm now working on that second stagger. Once again, just letting him do that move and then landing those nice heavy attacks there when he comes down. Get a nice break part there, and I rep the mantra just one more time just to solidify my damage. When he's on the floor for the second stagger, for the break part, sorry, you want to be aiming for that stagger if it hasn't already come, because that's more overpower time. I don't get hit here, luckily enough, so I'm very happy about that. But as you can see, more damage, more Pangar spam. Just keep focusing it ahead. You can definitely go for the claw if you want for the second break, but there's no real need, but you can if you want. After the face break, you always get teleported back to the middle of the arena. Once again, perfect opportunity to re-up your mantras, Tempest Form, Calm Breaker, etc. Break out the ball and anticipate him to come down. You can always tell when he's actually almost near death because he starts spamming attacks just like normal Rezakiri. But yeah, I was like, oh, please give me the sub 3 this time. And I'm just like, right, cool, let me get hit by that. I surge to his face, land the clap, and that'll do it. Once again, guys, this is a real pain. Hopefully this helped you in some way or another. If you like the video, please feel free to leave it a like and subscribe if you're new, because I do cover most trials behemoths. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.